Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I guess we should get started. I'm going to walk over to my desk. You can see my workspace here. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I know about memory and practicing music. I'm a musician, and like many musicians, I have a side hustle. My side hustle is that I'm a neuroscientist. And people often ask me, have you learned anything as a neuroscientist about how to become a better musician? And I have, but it's not the answer you might think. It's not that I've uncovered some secret chord progression that will tweak the neural circuits and make you feel, I want to buy that, I want to buy that, and I want to buy everything that the musician has to offer, including t-shirts and keychains. No. And it's not that there's a certain magical syncopated rhythm that gets people on the dance floor. I think musicians' intuitions about that are as good as what science has come up with. But the interesting thing that neuroscience taught me has to do with practice and the role of sleep. Now, it might seem counterintuitive, but we've just in the last 10 years unpacked a little bit about what sleep is for. Most of us spend about a third of our lives asleep, and for centuries, we didn't really know why people sleep. There was sort of some hand-waving about cellular housekeeping and immune system functioning and things like that, and all of that's true. But we now understand more about the neuroscientific, that is, the brain side of sleep, and why sleep is restorative. Sleep, as you probably know, occurs in 5 distinct stages, and collectively they last 90 minutes, more or less, every night. The stages have to occur in a particular order, and each of them is characterized by a particular neurochemical choreography. Certain neurochemicals are released and increase, others are absorbed and decrease. And one of the crucial things is the release of an interesting chemical called acetylcholine, part of the cholinergic system. And acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that helps to store memories. When acetylcholine is released during sleep, what's happening is that all of the previous experiences of the day are encoded and prepared for storage in memory so that you can retrieve them later. That involves linking all of your experiences of the day with prior experience. Now, the implication for learning music is only newly understood. When we practice during the day, whether we're singing and making thousands of micro adjustments to our vocal cords or playing an instrument, again with thousands of micro adjustments to our musculature, we're learning new muscle pathways. We're learning new representations of those pathways in the brain, and we need to store them in memory. That happens during sleep. The practical consequence of this is that sleep is necessary for that learning to take hold, for it to get stored, and for you to be able to pull it out again when you want it. So if you were to practice, say, 7 hours a day, all on a Sunday, in one block, that wouldn't be as effective as practicing even 20 minutes a day, 7 days a week. Much more time in the block, but spread out is the way that the brain can maximally use the information that you're putting in. In addition, it's best to practice at the same time every day. I tell people who are working on a particularly difficult passage or learning a new piece, practice it when you first wake up in the morning and then right before you go to bed. Now, of course, you might want to practice throughout the day too, but be sure you practice when you first wake up, when all those neural circuits in memory are freshly consolidated and you can pull them out and then put the new learning back in right away. And then again before sleep to reinstantiate what you learned in the morning and throughout the day so that it gets in the queue to be part of your nighttime memory formation. Again, even just 20 minutes a day, if it's consistent, will yield much better, faster, and more effective results than a mass practice. We call the difference between spaced practice and massed practice. And the reason for the same time of day is that your chronobiological cycle, that is your biorhythms, and there are more than a dozen of them, control the release of certain neurochemicals throughout the day. What you want to do is entrain your body, your fingers, your muscles, and your vocal cords to be ready to release the chemicals it needs at just the time you need them. That's why it's a good idea to eat at the same time every day. It helps with your digestion. If you can practice at the same time every day, it speeds up the process of getting your body ready so that it can perform in the way that you want it to. By the way, crack athletes, major league, professional, and Olympic athletes try to practice at the same time every day for the same reason. And then if they have an upcoming competition, say in another time zone, the best of them will adjust their practice schedule so that they gradually accommodate that time zone shift so that when they go to perform, their body isn't out of whack. I hope that helps. And because I'm a musician, the nice folks here at Music in Place asked me if I might play a song, and I'm really, really very pleased to be able to present to you a song I wrote called Just a Memory, and I'll be accompanied here on it by my friends Victor Wooten, Hardy Hempel, and the great Renee Fleming. I hope you like it.